Hello and welcome to the Adapter Factor. In this installment, I'm going to be talking about something that no NES owner should be without, and that is the NES FourScore. Released in 1991, the NES FourScore was a 4-player multi-tap for the NES that allowed certain games, such as Gauntlet 2, to be played with up to 4 players at once on one console. This was necessary because the NES and its subsequent re-releases only had 2 controller ports and not 4 as was required for 4-player games. Now, the NES multi-tap here, the FourScore, was useful for that, but it has a number of other features that far exceed its use for just the multi-tap purposes. For one thing, you get a fairly lengthy extra cord here, which means that if you have your NES inside of an entertainment cabinet or some other space where it's going to be in the way of the TV and have wires dangling in front of it, you can simply plug in a FourScore into that and have this set remotely somewhere else, and then you can plug your controllers into the controller ports and always have it permanently connected and have the NES FourScore somewhere else, and therefore avoid the problem of having cords dangling around. Another thing it has is this 2 and 4-player switch here. This allows you to play 2-player games without the 4-player mode being enabled, allowing you to again permanently have this attached and never having to worry about playing 2-player games, because you simply flick this stuff to 2-player or 4-player, depending on your situation. But it also has one other thing that's really awesome about it, and that is these switches here. These are turbo fire switches that allow individual A and B buttons on standard controllers, such as the NES Dogbone, to be turbo. So you press B here to be turbo enabled, and plug this in, and now the B button on a standard controller is now turbo. That's really, really cool. So something else that's pretty interesting about the NES FourScore is if you were to take one of these apart, this is the PCB that you'd find. This is another one that I have. And what I think is rather interesting about the NES FourScore is right here. This is actually made by Hori, which is the Japanese peripheral maker that is famous for their quality. So that's really interesting to me because mostly Nintendo made their own peripherals. It was not something that that they doled out to other companies. So the fact that Hori made this and not Nintendo just really speaks volumes about the quality of the device itself. Now, what's really interesting again is something else that's interesting, I should say, is this cord here. These wires look like a jumbled mess, but they actually contain all of the wiring for both controller ports 1 and 2, and reroute them through the controller board to get the other 2 ports, so you have all 4 controller boards here. If you're skilled at modding, you can actually take these signals here and splice in a DB15 controller port cord here, and then be able to plug this in to any standard Famicom, including my AV Famicom, or just the original model Famicom, which has the 3-foot built-in cords that you can't remove. By plugging this adapter into that, by modifying it, you can then plug in standard NES controllers and use a standard NES controller on a Famicom. And that's just something else that's really cool if you're into modding. But even if you're not, again, the NES FourScore is something that you really should own. All right, so I'm going to be demoing some gameplay of the Turbo Fire enables for 3 games that really benefit from it. Not all games benefit from Turbo Fire, but a number of them do. So first thing you do is take your standard NES cord here, plug that in. There we go, like that. Set that down. Put B to turbo. All right. And how about famous game for Turbo Fire, Star Force? This game requires you to press fire a lot, but by holding down the turbo button, this allows you to fire much more quickly than you normally be able to, and defeating some of the faster enemies or the enemies that take multiple shots are far easier with this multi-tap. So let's play some of this. All right, so here we go. Turn it on. Alright, here's Star Force. So here's standard fire, and here's rapid fire. Now this will work for any NES controller you have, including TurboFire controllers themselves. If you really wanted to, you could plug in an NES Advantage into this. Whoops, I died. Ah, dang. Didn't succeed. Alright, so with that shown, let's demo something else. So, there's Star Force in action. How about another classic? Mega Man 1 with its amazing box art. Alright, so let's play some Mega Man. Here we go. Alright. Let's do Gutsman stage. So here's Mega Man 1. Mega Man Standard Fire. And here's his Turbo Fire. Ah, dang it. Let's see what it does to the big eye here. No problem at all. Ah, whoops. Gutsman, you're not supposed to do that. I always thought this was like a widescreen mode, this boss corridor here. Yes, man, go away. Alright, there we go. Alright, so let's demo one more game here. Pull Mega Man out. There we go. How about a game that really benefits from auto-fire? Battle Kid Fortress of Peril from Retro USB. Alright, plug this game in. Now I warn you, my skills are a bit rusty, so hopefully I'm not going to embarrass myself too much here. This game is notoriously difficult, and I did get fairly alright at it. Alright, play it on normal. No easy mode. Here we go. Whoops, it's on the cord. Alright. Rapid fire. As you can see, the rapid fire makes this game a lot more bearable. Even so, though, the game is difficult and requires memorization. But again, a lot of classic games can say the same thing. You balls. Ah. Whoops. it one more shot, and if I fail, I fail. I fail. Alright, well, anyway, that's just demoing this game in action, or this adapter in action. Again, pressing the turbo. Here's turbo disabled. That's firing as fast as I possibly can. Versus. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you pick up one of these if you can. They're usually, between $15 to $20. They might be a little bit less than that, but, don't expect to pay, $50 or something. So considering how affordable they are and how versatile they are with giving you extra chords, being able to put it away from your NES, being able to act as a multi-tap for the few games that support it, the four-player games I should say, and most of all, being able to use the standard controllers with turbo, such as Mega Man. You can enable the A and B buttons both to be turbo, or one or the other. For games like Battle Kid or Mega Man, you wouldn't want both to be enabled, because if you do that, then this is what you get. So, of course, your manual control of jumping is important. You just want rapid fire for your shot. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. One thing I should mention is you can't have Turbo Fighter start or select. It's only the A and B buttons. But that's alright, because most of the time you wouldn't want Turbo Fire select, or you wouldn't want Turbo Fire start, because that's just pausing and unpausing, like that. That's like the so-called slow motion effect. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.